Man, I am glad we got some nice power moments before things got a little depressing. So, obviously, in the last chapter, power came back. We now have power, like, helping Denji to a degree. And then once Makima rolled up and power wasn't able to kill her just right away, she looked like she was ready to betray Denji. And she was ready just to give him away, you know, get the glory, keep herself safe, as Power likes to do. Like, we know things about Power. She's a bit childish and dishonest, and she's always like fully fine with lying to screw people over, like, but she does really like Denji, and we know from this chapter that you know, she sees Denji as her first friend, somebody that actually, like, she likes and clearly enjoys being around. Like, we definitely saw, like, how close they became after the stuff with the Darkness Devil, and how terrified she was, and how Denji, you know, kept around to try and keep her safe, and just doing everything that he could, the best in what he could do to keep her happy. And I like that dynamic between him and Power. I've always liked Power, I've always liked Denji, so obviously the two of them together, it's just nice for me. But in this chapter, I think that we got some nice setup, and it proved some older theories I have, as well as some stuff forward, because I know some people have been talking about, like, Chainsaw Man ending, and, like, talking about how, like, oh, well, this is the end of Chainsaw Man, like, there was, like, oh, there's some panel that says, like, it's ending. I don't think so. And it's not like I don't think Chainsaw Man's ever gonna end. I just don't think it's at the end yet. I think that the next arc could be the last arc. You know, that to me could make sense. Like, when Fujimoto said, like, each of, like, the Gun Devil arc was, like, one of three. Like, if it was, like, search for the Gun Devil active / Makima arc, and then, you know, a third arc, I think that'd be fine. Like, if we end the last arc of Denji going into hell and looking for Power, I think that'll be a really cool, like, way to kind of, like, get out with the series. Because one, I don't know what the point would be having this contract between Denji and Power if there wasn't going to really be anything beyond that. And it did bring up a theory I had, not even really a theory, just kind of, I feel like it's just kind of logic, it just wasn't fully given exactly within the series, is that Power, when she says that when she goes back to hell, she's not going to be herself anymore, she's not going to be Power, she's going to be the Blood Devil, and she wants Denji to go and find her and turn her back into Power, make her herself, because she sees this version of her as who she needs to be and who she really is, whereas the Blood Devil is just going to be her in, like, its most raw and violent form. So, like I said, I don't see what the point would be, like, if after beating Makima, if the series ends, because what would be the point of this contract between Denji and Power? I feel like that'd be really, really weird to do. Like, if they're, you know, if Fujimoto just decided to end it within a couple chapters. I really want Chainsaw Man to break 100 chapters, though. That's something, like, it's not something that's, like, actually, like, important. It's just something I really want. I really just want Chainsaw Man to be over 100 chapters. But I am hoping that we get an arc in hell, because not only do I really want to see Denji searching for Power, I really want to see more about hell, because I like Chainsaw Man's hell a lot. I think it's really interesting, and I want to see more of the primordial devils, because I think those were really cool. Like, the Darkness Devil was badass in both design and display. I don't think anybody is going to argue that. I don't think anybody's going to look at the at the Darkness Devil and be like, I don't want to see more of that. I'd love to see more of that, and especially if Denji's at this power that we've seen as, like, the Chainsaw Man, he should be able to actually fight them. And we don't know if he just got a buff from Power from this, or if he just got, like, her blood. I imagine he's gotten stronger, and he's going to be able to defeat Makima and be able to pull through within the next couple chapters. That's something that I could say, yeah, sure, I can see that happening. I can see certain things actually, you know, playing out like that. But the bigger question to me is, like, how is Denji going to get to hell? What exactly is going to be the setup once we get out of this situation? I would like it just to be like they go to hell, Denji is searching throughout hell, and we see more of, like, the psychological insides of his mind. I'm still really wishing Aki is somehow alive. I don't know if that's possible now, especially, like, even if there's only one arc left of Chainsaw Man, I don't really know how like Aki would really play into it, unless Aki is like merged with the Gun Devil and then back into hell after defeated. I don't know, but I can't wait to see what's next. Really, I really do. I love Chainsaw Man. I think it's extremely interesting series. I love the designs of the characters. Like, even at the end of the chapter, it was such a nice, subtle ending. It was such a nice, comfortable spot. Because, like, going up to, like, we see just Power, like, betray Makima, like, go and attack Makima after, like, having a bunch of flashbacks with Denji, and then running away despite, like, getting damaged and attacked by Makima and all the people she controls. Like, that was pretty devastating. Like, it was pretty spooky for her, and she just really wanted to keep Denji safe. And at the end of the day, when she's able to get away and she's like thinking about like how she used to look at life, like she didn't really care about anyone's life. She didn't think she was important. She didn't think anybody's important, but she really wants to live and protect Denji, her first friend. And like the interactions between each of them were really nice when Denji's just like trying to talk about how, well, I mean, like the stuff I've already lived was better than what I had before, so I'm fine with dying now. But she just really wants him to live. She's like calling him an idiot for saying stuff like that and kind of like almost giving up on himself and giving up on the future. But when Power gives him his blood, I'm wondering if Power's giving him his blood is going to give him like an upgrade to his form, or if it's just going to be like him staying control or something. I'm very curious to know how that's going to go. But because it's not just the same as like, oh, he gives her some of her blood, and which I'm wondering if him having more of her blood, because we know before that her like part of her was able to kind of stay inside of him with her blood. I'm wondering if when he finds her in hell, the blood that she gives Denji here is going to play a part in fixing her and getting the Blood Devil to turn back into Power. But the fact that it's a contract makes me think that he's going to get something even better. Like, he's going to have an upgraded form. But when Denji comes out of the dumpster, which again I really liked because it was obviously like a big callback to the beginning of the series and Pochita and stuff. But like with Kishibe being there and him, that's like kind of like talking to him like, you know, are you Denji or are you the Chainsaw Monster? There's a lot of just really nice questioning of who are you? Like who exactly are you going to be now? Are you going to keep being this controlled weapon of Makima's, or are you going to be you know that guy he traded, that crazy bastard that he wanted to get stronger? I like Kishibe. And also, if the series doesn't like, if the series only has like 20 or 30 chapters left, I'm hoping we get to something with Kishibe. It's been weird that we haven't really had much of this guy, but he's a big deal. I feel like the reason that it is because we're only going to see like 1 or 2 fights with him, and then it's going to be over because he'll probably die. Maybe he'll be saved for going into hell, because that's where a character like him would be like, you could have him just kind of going around doing stuff and it wouldn't be like just instant one shots, because he's supposed to be a big deal. He's supposed to be actually like super high level. So if we have to get super high level devils for him just to kind of like have to put in the work, I guess that would make sense. And I'd be again, I'm pretty okay with that and I'm bored with that. But in the end, he's like saying like, if you are Denji, I hope you get free of Makima's grasp, and you know, if you're still the Chainsaw Monster, just, you know, stay sleeping there. Denji puts up that nice peace sign that he's done before, done a couple of times to really show who he is. So hype for the next couple chapters. I really want to see how Makima goes down. People pointed out that like there's that color page that just is the person, and we usually get them before they die. We got that with Himeno. I hope that chirping in the back. I don't know what's wrong with my fire alarms, because like I thought that was low battery, but then I went and got new batteries and they're still doing that. So I don't know if it's something with the metal detectors, the fire alarms themselves. I don't know. Either way though, at the end of things, like with what's going on with Denji and what's going on with Power, I really want to see where this story kind of plays out in the end. Like, what is the ending kind of like idea of Chainsaw Man really going to be? Like, I could see it just Denji being happy and sitting down at a quiet table. He's got Power. Maybe Kishibe, since unfortunately we don't have Aki. I wonder if he's going to take care of Meowie while they're gone also, too. Anyway, other than that, though, comment below. Tell me your thoughts are about this chapter. I really liked seeing just the interactions. I think Power and Denji have a really good dynamic, and I'll be really happy to see her again after this. So always going to be a plus. Anyway, other than that, though, comment below, thumbs up the video, but friend the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. But other than that, I appreciate it. Already subscribed, and thank you all for listening. Bye.